Welcome, Virgo, to your in-depth weekly astrology overview and zodiac forecast for week commencing the 13th of April for the ascendant, the sun, or the moon. Going to share the big themes of the week first, then on screen your event chart as you come into the week always provides an influential backdrop. I'll then go through each of the influences frame by frame to give you a clear picture of what you can expect in terms of energy, work, relationships, and finances by the end of the video. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundel. A very warm welcome. If you've yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so now to help it to continue to thrive. But please also click or tap the bell notification symbol. Your ruler, Mercury, is going to be on the move this week, Virgo, and it's going to be very powerful, that move, but it also forges an absolutely brilliant link before it does. I'm going to share with you exactly what that means. But also, the two planets of opportunity are collaborating fantastically well as you come into this week. Can't wait to share that too. Now, we're going to have not just Mercury moving this week into the hot, arid Aries, we also have a new moon in that sign, but it's next to the potent but mystical energies of Chiron. Chiron is said to be the wounded healer. What's the significance for you over the following month of influence? So on the screen now, Virgo, is your event chart. And the big takeout is that Mercury, your ruler, ever since the 6th of February, has been in a zodiac sign it struggles in, of Pisces. Because you like that clarity, Pisces is watery, very emotional, and as far as your relationships are concerned, there may have been quite a few crossed wires since then. But this week begins with Mercury forging an impressive link with Uranus. And you may find that you get the clarity on something that has proved elusive, and it could happen by Tuesday. But also the two planets of opportunity, Venus and Jupiter, known as the greater benefics in traditional astrology, are collaborating superbly. If you're talking with a friend or a group of people about a trip, a holiday, a vacation, it could gain real momentum and create a lot of excitement. Now, you're known as someone who can be very virtuous and conscientious. But right at the start of this week, if someone does try to micromanage you a little bit, with the moon in a square with Uranus, it could be a little bit irritating, despite that good news coming from those other two influences. But if you are restructuring any part of your world, trying to squeeze a bit more from your assets, it may be that you're thinking about learning new skills to earn more money. Pluto's ongoing link to Saturn is very strong for you. But on Monday itself, Mars and Neptune are in an exact conjunction in the eighth house. Now, if you're drawn to someone at the present time and you're finding them rather mysterious, that's going to increase the allure. But if you're also trying to understand exactly where you may stand, you may not get the answer with that particular combination. The link between Mercury and Uranus is going to be more about something that's been ongoing. It may be around a financial matter that clarity emerges. Still, on Tuesday, that link between Mercury and Uranus becomes exact. So that could be a breakthrough moment. But on Wednesday, Mercury moves into Aries. Going to be there through to the 3rd of May. Mercury, of course, in terms of you, is very much about precision. And whatever you're thinking or working on gives you some kind of tangible outcome. But in the sign of Aries, it's more impulsive. But in the eighth house, that can be about desire in terms of a more intimate context, but it can be about those long-term finances. And Mercury can help you to actually read into situations and get underneath what the apparent message might be. But just know, as soon as Mercury arrives, it too meets Neptune, and Neptune can just distort and confuse us. So you will need to use all your powers of concentration to cut through the mist. But on Friday, we have that new moon, the sun applying to Chiron. If you ever had an upsetting breakup with someone in the past, I think we've all had them, or many of us have had them, they can leave their mark. If there's some energy from that still in the root of your being, if it's stopping you being open to another very close alliance, it's a new moon which can help you to release that by perhaps thinking about that event, but with your current knowledge and experience. Perhaps talking to someone experienced and knowledgeable, and releasing it. That creates the space for a new possibility to evolve for you. But also, if you are very skilled at handling resources or you work in financial services, your skills and knowledge can be very helpful to someone else over the following 4 weeks. But by the end of the week on Sunday, Mars moves forwards and connects to Saturn. Mars in Aries is about thrust. Saturn is very much about resistance. So we get two very different energies combining. If there is someone you're very excited about and you want to really move into this situation at pace, it could feel like you're hitting a little bit of a roadblock. But if there are some inhibitions that come up or things seem a little tense, try to stay with it. You can get beyond it. And what Mars conjunction to Saturn can do is show just how much resilience you've got around any kind of challenging event or situation where you're evolving. So if you're moving out of a relationship and you're having to look at dividing the resources, there's childcare to consider, all these things, very, very painful indeed. But your patience and attention to detail can get you there eventually. I'm going to summarize those 4 areas for you shortly, but just to say, my personal horoscope reports, I've changed it now so you can get 3 for the price of 1. I'm doing this because there is a worldwide pinch, the cost of living, but also I'm really genuinely keen that people can enjoy understanding their personal astrology because it gives us a much greater understanding of our life journey and our future moves. And it's 3 for 1. Please see the link below for more. Now, if you've yet to watch your Gemini 84-year cycle deep dive video, it's on the screen. Your Mars in Aries 6-week forecast on the screen. If you'd like to work with me directly, please see my testimonials below. And finally, if you've yet to sign up for your free daily written horoscope fired to your device each morning, please see the link below and get your celestial pit stop early each day. Now, just to summarize those 4 areas for you. If you're collaborating with someone and there is a commitment on both sides, but there have been some misunderstandings over the last 10 weeks. Do know that those can get clarified. If you're single but drawn to someone, it may be a very hard to resist energy, but just be aware with Neptune in the mix, along with Mars, that things might not be quite what they seem. They could be better than you think, but just give it a little bit more time to really get your bearings. When it comes to your long-term resources, if you're wanting to be more savvy with the money you've got, look at different opportunities. I think this week is very good for that. When it comes to your professional situation in terms of Monday, if there is someone you work with who tends to be a bit of a nitpicker, it could be irritating, but try not to get too much involved with it because it can be quite a lucky start to the week for you around all the areas that I've mentioned, with Venus and Jupiter in that brilliant link and Mercury with Jupiter too. Have a great week, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me. All the best and goodbye.